This week we're talking about red and green flags to look out for in clients. So we've talked at length about red flags. These are warning signs that might indicate that a client is going to be a bad client. But we very rarely talk about green flags, or these are the positive indicators that this client is a winner. So in this video, we're gonna go back and forth between some red and some green to look out for, and everything in between. Let's start with a green flag. The first indicator that you have a good potential client on your hands is that they pay you quickly, on time, and without reminders. While this might seem like a bare minimum, you might be amazed to see or learn that there are so many clients out there who do not or cannot remember to pay you on time. That is a bad client. A good client is somebody who doesn't need a reminder, who you don't have to chase down to pay you, and who respects your time and your invoicing. Speaking of respect, by the way, I'm already gonna break the mold. I'm going for another green flag. Another green flag is that they respect your time. In fact, a lot of things that are green in this video are all going to come down to the same thing, and that is respect. For example, a client that doesn't demand lengthy or impromptu calls or meetings is somebody that respects your time. This is especially true if you've already set your boundaries with your client. If you've said to them, I work between 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. and I need you to schedule time with me before we have a meeting. If there's a client who consistently sends you work outside of your work hours or demands or calls you a lot or demands a lot of last minute urgent things, that's not somebody who respects your time. A good client, a green flag client who will respect your time, will also understand that you have multiple clients as a VA, that they're not your only person, that you might not be able to attend to one of their tasks at the drop of a hat. So having somebody with that respect is a major thumbs up. Now let's jump to a red flag. One of the biggest red flags for clients is that they ask for either free work or free time, free samples. It's not uncommon, unfortunately, in the VA industry to meet clients who say, hey, can you work for me for a day or a week? Or heaven forbid, so help me. One time somebody called me and said they want me to do a full project for free to see if they like my services. The answer is hell no. If you find a client who is eager to test, you can suggest things like a paid test period where maybe you guys work together for a month or 3 months to see how it's going. That's fine, but you need to get paid for your time. And any client who's asking for free work, free time, free work on tasks, this is not somebody who is going to respect your time in the long run. Think of it this way too. You, if you're trying to join a gym, sure, you'd get a tour of the gym, but the gym's not gonna say, come and use our facilities for a week and then maybe sign up. That just doesn't happen because they're a business who needs to earn money just as you are a business who needs to earn money. So major, major red flag. Green flag, somebody who is quick to reply. In my experience, clients who are quick to respond to your questions or emails are just easier to work with in the long run. There's absolutely nothing worse than an unresponsive client because it deadlocks your efforts. You can't move forward if you don't have certain questions answered, and they can't move forward if they're not getting back to you in a timely manner. It's an uncomfortable place to be, and not to mention clients who send you a task and then disappear for 3 weeks. That's maddening. It's very nerve-wracking because you want to know, like, did they ghost you? Did you get fired? Where are they? What's happening? Are they alive? Similarly, if you are an hourly VA and somebody sends you one task every 4 weeks, you're not going to make any money on that person. That's horrible. So clients who are quick to reply, again, it all comes down to respecting your time. That is a major green flag client, somebody who's going to respect time and workflow and deadlines, and they keep the volume of work free flowing with no delays. That's a major green flag. So definitely look for clients who are quick to reply to your emails, texts, phone calls, etc. Let's hop back over to a bad client. A major red flag is somebody who doesn't respect your scope of work. This goes back to boundary setting. As a VA, you very likely set boundaries for yourself, like things that you do and don't offer. I have a scope very clearly identified for my own clients where I can do almost anything for them, but what's always out of scope is content creation. So I will not write blog posts. I will not write social media posts for them. I do not create content that is to be shared as my client. if anybody wants me to post anything on social media, I have them write it and then I run with their content. But that's a very clear scope creep for myself. And I have worked with clients before who signed with me knowing that I have that boundary, and then immediately after start asking me to create posts for them, or they'll say, well, can you just write me one tweet, or can you just write me 30 tweets for the next month? Like, can you just do it this one time? That is a red flag client for me, because it shows me very early on that, again, they don't respect my boundaries, and that they're trying to push the envelope, push the boundaries to see how much more work I'll do without necessarily raising my rates. Bad client. Conversely, a green flag client is somebody who absolutely keeps that scope creep, that is what it's called, a scope creep, in check. There are so many more red and green flags I could talk about, but these are some of the big ones. And again, it all comes down to respect. And while it's pretty critical to kind of gauge a client's red flags, if any, I don't want you to forget green ones too. Healthy, steady, respectful, green flag clients are going to be the backbone of your freelance virtual business. You just need to learn how to cultivate the right relationships and really go out of your way to recognize the red flags and the green flags. So at the end of this video, I would love for you to go through your own current clientele and assess how many red and green flags each one has. Hopefully the clients that you already have more green flags in their corner than red. And if you do find yourself with a client who's all red flags, all bad signs that they're not a great client, you might want to think about either putting them back in check and having a healthy discussion about boundary setting and your boundaries, or ultimately you might decide to let them go. Hopefully though, this video gives you some food for thought about some of the red and green flags to look out for in clients, and I appreciate you spending your time with me this week. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, if you have any questions about anything, leave me a comment below, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video.